What is up, everybody? J Nell here with a quick from me to you, just real quick. On Tuesday, the UFC announced that Conor McGregor will be off of UFC 200. Conor also tweeted out something saying he's going to retire young. Thanks for the money. Just my thoughts real quick about him retiring, and that's totally up to him. I would never tell a fighter when or how long he should be there. I do sometimes recommend when a fighter has fought past his prime, but we can't tell Conor how he feels. He said that he has had friends who are fighters who fought past their prime, so if he wants to retire, that's on him. He's made a lot of money. He can do so. He can do a career doing many other things with his personality. So who knows? He's also kind of a king over there in Ireland. So who knows? Do I believe he's retiring? I honestly don't know. I just have to wait. John Kavanaugh tweeted out as well. He said it was a fun ride or something like that. I guess I just have to take him at face value. I don't know. And him saying he's retiring young doesn't mean he's retiring right now. He's 27 years old, so retiring young can mean 34, 33. So I kind of think that's what he means. So I don't personally believe it means that he's retiring right now. I think that he's going to retire young, 33, 34, 32 even. I think he's 27. Correct me if I'm wrong. About him being taken off of UFC 200 because according to the UFC, he said that he's not going to come over he's training and he doesn't want to come and do media basically. He doesn't want to do his promotional obligations, his contractual obligations, and the UFC says when a fighter refuses to do their contractual obligations, they pull them from the fight. And they've done this before. When Nick Diaz refused to do his promos in the fight against GSP, they took Diaz off the card, and that's how GSP ended up fighting Carlos Condit on that card. So they've done this before. This isn't the first time. How do I feel about it? Hey, you got to perform your contractual obligations, even if you're Conor McGregor. And to the UFC, this is what happens when you let somebody appear to do what they want. Because I've said from the beginning, the Conor McGregor only does what the UFC allows him to do. It is the UFC that presents the opponent with the title fight, that presents RDA with the title fight, that presents Nick Diaz with a fight against Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor doesn't pay RDA. Conor McGregor doesn't pay Nate Diaz. The UFC has to put that together. Conor McGregor can only fight Jose Aldo for a title if the UFC signs that fight. So the UFC has been in control this whole time, although they have allowed Conor McGregor and everyone else to feel as though it's been otherwise. And because of that, I think I don't know if they feel a little embarrassed. They're still in control. They're still the #1 organization. They still have plenty of fighters. I think they're going to be scrambling now to put together UFC 200. They were trying to break the record, the Brock Lesnar pay-per-view record. That's going to be harder to do without Conor McGregor. Let's just be honest about that. That rematch was slated to be hugely successful. Their first fight, that's McGregor-Diaz, 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. So it will be harder for them to break that record. Now that they've given so much power to one man, so it's kind of on them. Maybe they learned their lessons, maybe not. We'll see what happens moving forward. But so those are my thoughts, really. I don't think Conor McGregor is going to retire now. I think he's going to retire in a few years, but I could be wrong. Who knows? UFC, don't allow someone to feel as though they have that much power to where they can tell you what to do. That's your bad. Bus moving by. All right, give me your thoughts on this whole situation. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I have 15-second prediction and recap videos. Subscribe, like, talk to me about Conor McGregor in general. How do you think the UFC has handled his career? How they've handled this entire situation? Who do you think should fight Nate Diaz? They think they're going to keep Nate Diaz on the card. I believe they definitely should. He's earned it. Keep my boy Nate Diaz on the card. So who do you think Nate Diaz should fight? What do you think they should do? Talk to me. Take care, and goodbye.